interesting thing happened. I ended my very first book client. The way I ended up landing him was through a cold call. And I remember, when I had called him, like, he was someone that had turned me down initially. We had spoken maybe a couple months prior, and he ended up hiring just a local copywriter. And that was his biggest thing. He said literally the only reason he didn't hire me was because I didn't live in his area. I wouldn't be able to meet with him face to face, which was really important to him, apparently. When I called him, and I called him specifically because I remembered small tidbit or small portion of our conversation revolved around his book. He went with the other copywriter, for a different project, but I remembered he mentioned the book, and I brought it up, and I said, hey, are you still thinking about wanting to do your book? Are you still wanting to do that? Or is that local person going to be helping you with that too? So no, actually, the local person's helping me with the other project. You know what? Let's talk about the book. I would very much still love to do it. And maybe you can help me get it over the finish line, right? Maybe you can help me actually get it done. And so we spoke. We set up an actual, call the next day. And he loved what I was, telling him, like, I could potentially do, what I'd love to learn, how I'd love to do things, etc. And I gave him the price, which was actually a little bit more at this point, because I was just getting frustrated with people turning me down because they were telling me I was trying to charge too much, right? I felt like at this point I had built up the value with him from our our initial call. Yes, he turned me down for this local copywriter, but here he was taking my call again. Here he was opening up to me about his life story, his experiences, this book. And before I said the price, this guy sees my worth. This guy sees my value. We have a good rapport. I don't think he's going to complain about the price, because he's more worried about the value. He's not thinking about the nickels and dimes, right? Like some of these other people. And sure enough, I gave him the price. He said, yeah, that sounds good. Send me over, an agreement that lists, all the things that you mentioned on the phone. So just so it's written down and explicit, so I could refer to it. Obviously put the price in there. So we have, this agreement. And how do I pay you? And I said, okay, I'll send you an invoice. I'll send the agreement, in just a few minutes, which I did. Sent the invoice, and the guy wired me the entire invoice. Didn't want to do a payment plan, nothing. Wired me the entire amount of the fees right to my bank account. Did a wire transfer. Done.